Hey guys, new video here. Just gonna do a quick update on where I am. Um, so I took so what I'm gonna do is I decided to just take the motor off the old bike right there. See, the mount is still on there. I'm just gonna leave the mount on. This is and also the axle. There's no point in removing the mount at the moment, just because I don't want to remove the axle. Um, yeah, so I removed the motor and then also the controller. It's right there at the moment. I also installed a mid kickstand or double kickstand, mid kickstand. I think this is pretty much essential, especially if you want to have like a heavy bike or something like that. You work on it. It also allows you to be able to turn the back wheel, just to make sure everything is working correctly. Versus like just a side kickstand, you have to kind of lean it, and also that basically breaks that kickstand. So the parts I bought to do this is, number one, I bought a new throttle because my old one, the display was cracked, and since this is gonna be not premium, but it's gonna be a decent build. I decided not to have like a duct tape plastic covered throttle there, so I replaced that. Also got the new axle, or for the bottom bracket. Obviously, used to accommodate a longer bike. So I got that, and I got the correct mount. Actually, the thing is the mount itself. I think the only difference in the mount is that it has this plate versus the the bent plate over there. Actually, I think I actually have this plate. So technically, I actually did not need to buy the mount. Well, well, it's good idea to buy it because I don't want to take this off. This is pretty much like rusted in there, and the threads, this thing that goes, this I guess outer thread that goes into the bottom bracket, it's gonna be rusted on that. And it's gonna be a rust on here too. So there's really okay, maybe not on this one because there's no. It's like for some reason, like on one of the bikes, one of the bikes I had, there was like a hole at the bottom of this bottom bracket or something like that. For some reason, I have no idea. That was like the dumbest thing ever. But there's no hole here. So when I put all this stuff in, I'm gonna make sure I grease it up. That was what made removing the pedal cranks and everything here so easy, because I actually greased the bolts before I put it in there, which kind of is counterintuitive, obviously, but because you obviously want the bolts to be tight. But in this case, it just makes it so much easier to get out the tool with the pedal crank tool. Yeah, it's just so much easier. Yeah, so tomorrow I will work on installing the bike. I might remove the pedals today, um, and then just do the whole install tomorrow. By probably, maybe even by this weekend, I might have the batteries on here. And the batteries definitely fit here, but there's gonna be a very little space. I was hoping to put in like a 1 inch piece of wood here so that it can kind of mount. I can use that 1 inch piece of wood here and then just kind of clamp it onto here. But that might not happen because there might not be enough. Because I think the battery itself is just gonna fit in there's gonna be two halves of the battery, or there's four parts of the battery, but half of it is gonna be down here, and half of it's gonna be up here. The other challenge up here is I need to somehow stabilize that battery, and by stabilizing it is, obviously it's gonna be, you know, even. And this is really annoying. This bike has like a tilt, the handlebar tilts this way. But anyway, um, the battery is gonna be up here, and really, also the other thing is I'm gonna remove the seat and replace it with that seat, because this is literally the worst seat, the most uncomfortable seat in the world. You cannot sit on this thing for more than, and it's not really even like a, like, sport seat. That's like right there on my actual road bike. That's a sport seat. It's, yeah, it's really uncomfortable. So I'm probably gonna remove that. Um, so the bottom battery, yeah, I need to figure out how to do that. Because there needs to be a way to bolt the battery. So it's easier down here because I can secure the bottom of the battery. I'll just kind of wedge it into there, so it won't move. But the problem with the top is that if it's just sitting on the top there, it's gonna kind of want to twist, turn itself like that, rotate on this axis, and that's gonna be a problem. Unless I kind of put like a piece of wood between the bottom battery and the top battery, that'll prevent it from. That's probably the best way to do it, and make sure it's wedged pretty well at the bottom. Um, but that would mean, actually no, that's actually the best way to do it. Then I can move it up here and I just have that one little wedge right there to prevent the top battery from turning. Yeah. But anyway, so that's that. And there are the batteries right there. They're all ready to go. I don't actually have a charger for it yet. I made, what did I do since then? Oh, yeah, I made this series harness right here. So it's a 4-to-1 series connection. So yeah, that's done. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much about it. Uh, I need to wait for, so the battery itself, I might wait for me to get the captain tape so that I can tape this up again. Either way, I'm just gonna retape a lot of this stuff, make it the tape more permanent, tape all the things together. So this is what I mean by the. So this is kind of how it works. This system. It has a plate on the top, and then it has this bracket that holds it. And there's gonna be, so here I'm having a bracket in between. So in the actual battery, it won't have this. This will just be the entire battery. And there'll be one on the bottom. There will be just a through bolt through here, and so imagine there's like a top tube right here. How do I connect that top tube using these? So there will be a bolt coming up here. So my original idea was that there's to be a bolt coming up here, and there's just be a 1x1 or something like that right here, and then the top tube will sit on top of there, and it will just kind of, I'll just make some type of harness or make some type of like hose clamp or something like that just to tie it to the top tube. And the other thing I need the 1x1 here is because I want to make a side panel for the batteries. Just to, number one, protect the batteries, and number two, to hide the batteries so that it doesn't look like a bomb. Um, to do that, like, I guess I could just glue it onto the plastic, but it would be better if I actually had the 1x1 and just kind of nailed it and also glued it onto that thing. But then again, I don't think I can put a 1x1 on top and have this thing fit in the middle frame. So when I need to actually, so basically I just need to mock this up and put it actually on the bike itself to take a look to see how it fit. And yeah, but the first thing is, I'll get it done. It's just a matter of making sure I'm doing it right, not cutting corners. But the first thing is just get the bottom bracket off of this, the pedal cranks off of this, and I get and get ready for and install the system onto there, and hopefully I'll have it on by. I should be able to do it by Sunday. I still have other stuff to do, but I still should be able to do it by Sunday, and hopefully by next weekend it should be all. By Monday, I think it should be all wired up and ready to go, and by next weekend it should be all spiffed up. I do want to buy like a future. I don't want to use that headlight because that's more of like a cafe racer kind of retro look. So this bike is going to be more of a futuristic look. So it's gonna have a lot of sharp angles. I'm gonna get one of those like double head beams, or they really have the two headlights there, the powerful two headlights, and I'll leave these grips on there and not do the leather grips. And yeah, so I'll have sharper lines to kind of look more futuristic, if that makes sense. But anyway, that's the update. Hope everyone's doing well.